Hello, video 204, banging this one out quickly because I want to get onto some of the newer stuff. Ooh. So I'm going to be reviewing this little fella. This is a knockoff G1 Seeker. As far as I'm aware, I know it's potentially showing up as orange for you guys, but it is actually red. I don't know if there is a red Seeker. I know there's a green one, I know there's a yellow one, I know there's the main three. I don't think there's a red one. I could be wrong, feel free to point it out. But I don't think there's a red one. But this is quite novel to me because although I did have the main body piece of a couple of figures, I've never had a complete G1 Seeker, so this is quite unique to me. Although it has raised a couple of issues that I just don't know what to do with them, you know. Because I dropped something. Where's that gone? Where's that gone now? Well, I need that. Where's that gone? Why? Why must you hide from me? Ah, right, it's there. Okay, never mind. Okay, so it came on packaging like this. Just straight flat card. Just some warnings on the back, nothing interesting. It's got landing gear and Starscream, basically original Seekers, not Conehead style missile tips, whereas I've got, I believe, more Conehead style in there. Because, you know, a little bit different, innit? And it also came with, which is the only accessories I've actually had to take out, other than the missiles and the tips, the two handpieces. Because, you know, G1 Seeker. And it's kind of cool. It's not necessarily rickety, but it's not got any weight. I remember the original had a lot of die-cast parts to it. Because like I say, I've had the main body piece. This is all plastic and this is very, very light. Size comparison? Yeah, go on. So, Age of Extinction Bumblebee. As far as I'm aware, this is in scale with normal G1 Seekers, so I don't think I'll bother doing a robot mode comparison because I've got nothing G1 in robot mode to compare it with that I can be bothered finding. Sorry. So, should we transform it? Yeah, why not? So, we'll twist the wings, bring the nose down. At which point, you get your finger, put it through the middle, if anyone doesn't know how to transform a G1 Seeker, and push these two bits out. You can't do that before you do the thing because they actually peg into that square there. These little hooks. So you push those around, then the wings are on a hinge there and they turn on a peg. You're supposed to bring them up to here somewhere. But this is where my issue comes in because, like I say, I've never had a complete one of these. I know roughly how the wings and stuff go, but what do you do with the tail wings and tail fins? Because you can sort of, if it doesn't want to fall apart. This one wants to fall apart. That one I had to glue because it was actually broken. The peg was snapped off in the packaging. This was just sent in a padded envelope on a card like that. Not necessarily very good packaging, but whatever. They got the stars because I'm generous like that. So I'll wriggle it out a bit because there's actually the two pieces sticking out either side to keep it straight. If you wriggle it out so far, you can turn it. But then it's still in the way of the wing, so am I supposed to turn the wing the other way? But now the arm's in the way? Ugh. Mess. Now it's in the way of... Ugh. Nothing's ever easy. Why is nothing ever easy? Bring the foot down. Let's just do... Is it supposed to be like that? Is that how it goes? Because that doesn't look any good. So, I end up just taking them off. Which I don't think's what you're supposed to do with them, but... You know, what am I supposed to do with them? I don't know. There you go. Take that off. Fold that down. Get the arms out of the way, straighten the wings up a bit. Take this, bring the nose cone down. It does kind of like to sit on there, I don't know if that's an issue with this. Fold it under there and shove it through. Bring the whole piece down. And if you want it to be a cone head, you can just leave it like that. Because that's what the cone heads were. But if you don't, you tilt it back. And on the original, they'd have like marked in like a sort of air ducty kind of things, like the side of the heads would be on the side of this piece here. But there aren't. And then you need the hands. So you put that on there, and there's a little groove there in the white, and there's little nubbins and stuff on this, and they'll just go and they'll sit in there. This was quite tight the first time I did it because it's a knockoff, but they fit on perfectly well now. So that's the main robot done. And then you can take these off and peg them into the arms, a la G1 Seekers, because that's what it is. Peg it to the arm. And there you go. It's an Ickle knockoff G1 Seeker. And there's hardly any detail to it or anything like that, and it's a little bit... The plastic's not great. I think I paid about £8 for this, which I probably shouldn't have done, but again, I've never had a G1 Seeker, so, you know. But then I suppose the question comes with, what do I do with these? Because this is now actually covering up the peg hole. So what am I supposed to do with that? I have found that you can actually peg them into where the missiles go on the wings, and then they sort of hide from the front. But it doesn't necessarily make it back heavy because they are quite solid, and this weighs nothing, so making it back heavy is almost impossible. But I don't know if that's right. I don't know if you're supposed to do that, so we'll leave it off for now. But yeah, it's a neat enough little thing, and it gives me a taste of what the G1 would have been like. And I'm not completely jaded with G1, you know, nostalgia goggles. I can look at the G1 figures and go, yeah, but I don't think that's supposed to be. I think that's just because it's, you know, cheap. And that's about all you get, and it's not very good, is it? It doesn't exactly look like the G1 characters. Whichever one this is supposed to be a knockoff of. But it's a neat enough little thing. It's a taste of an old, you know, retro style, which I appreciate. But the G1 figures, when you look back on them, the amount of articulation and all the rest of it, they're not very good. Compared to the ones we get these days. I mean, let's just grab Revenge of the Fallen Knockout, who's got ball joint, hip, knee, ankle, head swivel, blah blah blah. This, I've got a bit of wiggle because it's cheap, and the arms go up and down. That's it. You know, size comparison, there you go, have a size comparison. He's just a bit bigger than a Scout, it'll be miles smaller than a Deluxe. Especially an animated Deluxe. So yeah, he's nice, and you know, if you want a cheap little Seeker, I dare say you could get a load of these guys. I think they do the red, and they might do yellow. I think they're the only ones. But if you want to get a load of these, and you're only good with a paintbrush, and you just want to spray them or whatever, and make your own cheap little G1 squadron, fantastic, you do that. And, you know, feel free to send me pictures on Instagram, same name. You know, you can do that, but it's not great. I'm happy to have it. I think I paid too much for it, but I'm happy to have it. And it's just that nice little sort of going, oh yeah, so that's how that always worked. Always wondered. Fair enough. So I'm going to call this one a day here, and I'll take a break, get some more charge in my camera because it's dying, get some charge in that, and then I might get on with what I promised to do on Saturday, but I'd already promised to do something else. Yeah, I'll get on with that. Whether I'll do any more than just that, we'll see. So I'll leave it there. So I should be ugly, I should be wretched, and I shall see all of you when I work out where to store all these weapons. Now I'll have to do it before because I'll never work that out. Next time. See ya.